So as we travel around from stadium to stadium, it's becoming very apparent that we are going to have to learn the rules of the game, just like we did as we went from hot dog place during COVID. So here at Smith Stadium in Sarasota, home of the Baltimore Orioles, you're allowed into the game 1 hour early. Over there at Steinbrenner Field last week, it was 2 hours early. This place, Ed Smith, named after a local president of the Sarasota Sports Association, died in 2006 during spring training. They named the stadium after him. 2010, this thing got a remake. We're excited to get in. We're hearing about crab cake sandwiches. There's a boar's head deli in there. People have already sent in suggestions of what to eat. We finally recovered from last week's meal, so get ready as we're gonna go behind the dish. Ed Smith Stadium, Sarasota, Orioles versus Yankees, spring training, Grapefruit League. Let's go. So a little different than last week here at Ed Smith Stadium. We've just done our first lap around, started making notes for what we're going to eat this week. And the thing that stands out most is most of the eateries here are closed. So we went downstairs, there's supposed to be a boar's head sandwich shop. Nothing this year. There's also a health food store downstairs that they sell like healthy options, closed. And then our favorite place from last season, the Corona Cantina, where we were able to get some cold beers and delicious tacos, closed. So if you follow me over here, you're gonna see a lot of these doors down in the stadium, and just the average fare so far of hot dogs and sandwiches. We're still hoping to find the crab cake sandwich, you know, famous from the Inner Harbor, Camden Yards location, but we'll see. We just got here, we're getting settled in, the game hasn't started, the weather's beautiful. I'm not complaining, but I am starving. Let's eat. All right, so phase one of today's food is gonna be from the stadium down there. We were able to find some fish and chips, which is pretty on brand for a baseball team playing in the Baltimore Inner Harbor area. I go there a lot. I've been to Camden. Camden's got some great food. They've got some great hot dogs too. We've done a behind the dish at Stuggy's, famous for their crab cakes. Fries are pretty crispy. Fish and chips, not really a ballpark thing, but we're gonna try it because when in Rome, that's tasty. So the funny thing is, we went to the concession stand, and this place is completely different than Steinbrenner Field. No souvenir cups, no ice, everything's in a bottle. So if you come here and you get a drink, you're gonna get a bottle of Gatorade or a bottle of beer. You're not gonna get anything that you would in another stadium. So we did fish and chips first. We're gonna do the crab cake sandwich. Oof, that thing is hot. And man, look at this thing. This thing looks delicious. That is a Baltimore crab cake, just the way you'd get it on the Inner Harbor. That's all crab, man. This thing is freaking delicious. Like I said earlier, beautiful day for baseball. We're gonna keep eating. You keep watching. Look, so there's some things that are gonna take me a while to get used to. We saw it yesterday, we saw it again today. That's the virtual first pitch. Now the virtual first pitch is no first pitch. So you're looking out at the mound and you realize no one's coming, and then someone's in their living room on Zoom throwing a ball at their TV screen. It's just not the same, man. One tradition here at Ed Smith that I will never get old, I remember it from last season, was they tell you the weather in New York, they tell you the weather in Baltimore, the two teams that are playing, and everybody boos. And then they tell you the weather here in Sarasota, Florida today, and the crowd goes wild. Such a cool little tradition. We've gotten our seats. They're nice seats. We're right here. We're ready to enjoy a day of baseball. The distancing thing's a little bit different here, man. So I can literally touch the back of the people in front of us, though there's 6 seats in between us side to side. So a little different. And mask policies here at Ed Smith, way different. So if you're not eating, they have people run down and they will yell at you to put on your mask. Yesterday at Steinbrenner Field, you could watch the whole game with no mask on. Nobody said a word, but we're gonna be okay. We got good seats, we got great weather. Let's have it. Again, they found a remote Chick-fil-A here, so they're not actually cooking the food. They drive it over from the Fruitville location, and then they keep it in a hot box and they sell it like that. Not my favorite. So we're gonna go with traditional, the hot dog, I don't miss. So ketchup and mustard, because there's only 2 packets of mustard left in the whole stadium, and we got the last 2, so we're gonna have to make it last. Tastes like a hot dog. Traditional quarter pound, all beef, not bad. We tried to get a little ice cream treat, but they only had mango and lemon flavor left, and we weren't having it. We did get some Cracker Jack. At this point in the game, you now have to hold your food up and announce that you're eating, or somebody will come over and yell at you to put a mask on. We have found the carousels. It's kind of like an Italian ice. It's kind of like an ice cream. It claims to be neither. It tastes delicious. This is cotton candy flavored. We got a red one too. Raspberry. Oh, mine's blue raspberry. Yeah. And this is cherry, which is equally as good. We've had a good time today. You gonna try it? We've had a good time today. We've enjoyed the snacks. The baseball's been great. We've had a lot of fun. Aside from all the rules here that are very strict. That's about it, man. We'll do a wrap up when we go. I don't know if we can eat any more after this. We've done quite the feast today, so hang in there for the wrap up. And that about wraps it up for Ed Smith Stadium here in Sarasota, Florida, as we got to watch the Yankees play the Orioles. The Yankees won. That's 2-0 at games I've attended this season. The restrictions are tighter. The food's a lot less. There's no way we could call this a Bay buffet. More county fare. This is the kind of stuff that will get you through a game, but the food was not as good as it was at Steinbrenner Field. 2 parks down this year, plenty to go. Behind the Dish, your food guy. Stay tuned, stay hungry, and we'll see you next week somewhere else in America.